Tate, having seen the media coverage of savings to be made, decided to investigate importing a car from Japan.
At first I thought Dublin was the place to go, but then I decided to research the subject further.
This proved a wise move. Eve discovered that larger importers dealt directly with Japan. Eventually, she found a Japanese company with offices in London. Eve decided to pay them a visit. Believe it or not, behind this subtle exterior there lies a very reputable importer. What makes Japano Car different to other importers of Japanese cars?
Well, first of all, we're a Japanese-owned company. We can cut out a lot of the middle nonsense, which a lot of the, there's some very high-quality importers out there, but there are a few which are a little bit dubious, and they tend to choose an agent that is very protective about them. In other words, that they're picked up from the airport, they're taken to the hotel, they can't speak the language, they can't even order food because they can't read the menu. We don't have that problem, so we can actually pick out the right agent by total process of elimination and actually make sure that we actually get quality, and also it's shipped over in a very secure manner.
So the auctions are required by law to provide detailed information about the cars?
Yes, indeed they do. This is the Japanese auction sheet, which I just happen to have here for ease of reference. It tells you the lot number, which you can pick up on a computer screen in front of your desk. You've got a little credit card slip that if you bid up to the amount you want to bid, then it's automatically deducted from your card. It's very high tech. You don't really have to go and see the cars, which is one of the benefits which I have, because we can just pop up the details on the car. And by law in Japan, it must tell you if there's a full report, how many kilometres it's done, if it's had a wing replaced, if it's got an oil leak even. And this is something that a lot of people can't understand when they go out to buy there. And sometimes unscrupulous agents will not tell them.
Do you offer help or advice on servicing and insuring the cars that you supply?
Oh, indeed we do, yes. We have a full aftercare policy whereupon people can come back to us and have the car serviced, or they can have it elsewhere, and we can guide them where they can have the car serviced. And another crucial thing I think about aftercare is, getting back to this Japanese connection, is that we can advise our customers on any recall that is being called out in Japan.
Right, well, I've had the car for about a month now, and I have to say I'm really pleased with it. It's everything I thought it would be, and I still save money. But there are one or two areas that are appearing to be a little niggly. The first problem that you're likely to encounter will be insurance. I personally found it was rather complicated. 3 companies said no. When I finally got to a company who would insure it, there was a premium to be paid, about £100. Having got over that hurdle, you then need to consider servicing and parts. There are a lot of dealers that won't touch imports with a barge pole, and there's a whole variety of reasons why. If they won't, there are plenty of good independents out there, and also consider the importer you bought it from, or other large reputable importers who have now had the foresight to actually start their own servicing departments and parts. Premiums to pay on them? Not really. Not if you search around. There's a bit more legwork to be done, but still you can have lots of good driving, fast, fun, and you don't pay too much of a premium, and you still save money.
Whilst there are savings to be made by importing a car, other legal aspects such as changing the lights to UK specification must be considered. Fitting fog lamps, recalibrating the speedometer and odometer from kilometres an hour to miles an hour must also be looked at. Another annoying and easily overlooked modification is the radio, which will be set up for Japanese frequencies. Tyres may also have a lower rating than will be required in the UK because of the 55-mile-an-hour speed limit in the land of the rising sun. Always have your import inspected by a qualified engineer to make sure that all of these modifications have been made. Finally, have an alarm fitted to your import. Car theft isn't an issue in Japan, but you will certainly need a security system fitted for UK insurance.